If you're regularly working with translators or managing content for international customers, these top tips will save you time and increase your return of your investment. My name is Levent Yildizgoren. Working with hundreds of customers over the last 30 years, I come across the same mistakes over and over again. By avoiding these mistakes, you can reduce the time you spend on managing translations and give your international customers a better user experience. Tip number 1. Write a project brief. Define your project clearly and in detail. Tell your translator the purpose of the translation. Is it to be printed? Is it for marketing? Or is it for information for your local distributors? Let your translator know who the target audience is and what is the desired action you want them to do after getting your message. Tip number 2. Discuss tone of voice with your translator and also ask their advice. What is your company's tone of voice? Is it professional, friendly, chatty, or is it formal? If you're using humor and jokes in your marketing, ask your translation team's advice on how will this be received by the target customer. Tip number 3. Let your translator know who the target audience is. You know your target customer, their age group, demographics, profession, and their pains. You need to furnish this information to your translators. Unless your translator knows this, the translated text may not be fit for purpose. Particularly in high context languages such as Japanese, Korean, the writing style can easily put off the reader if it is not suitable for them. Tip number 4. Let your translator know your quality expectations. If you have a glossary for previous translations or translation memories, make sure these are provided to your translator. Here, you need to provide clear guidance on revision and review stages. For instance, is your local distributor need to approve the documents before it is published? Then they should be involved in the process sooner than later. Who will sign off the translations? Or what will happen if there are any changes required to approved terminology? Tip number 5. Arm your translator with a style guide. This is particularly important if the translation team is also managing typesetting. Provide information to your translation team about your company colors, fonts to be used. Provide logos in high resolution. Acceptable use of company logos need to be explained as well. This is critical if they produce content locally. Your corporate style needs to be consistent internationally. Using conflicting styles or different fonts or color schemes will damage your customer confidence in your brand. Remember, we are one big community. Click the link below to download our brochure, The 9 Translation Slip-Ups to Avoid, and find out how you can manage your translation projects more effectively.